bit of a loose end one weekend, I decided to nip down to the Excel Centre and have a look at the New Scientist live show. It turned out to be an inspired choice.
And as soon as we got in through the door, we ran into this beast, the Bloodhound SSC. SSC standing for Supersonic Car. It either is or is going to be the fastest car in the world with a design top speed of 1,689 kilometers an hour. Now that's all well and good except for one thing. This is not a bloody car. This is a rocket-assisted jet fighter with the bloody wings chopped off. If it's a car, where's the headlights or the windscreen wipers or the indicators or the registration plate? Car? Yeah, right. I'd like to see them get this beast through an MOT. Anyway, Bloodhound SSC starts farting fire in the summer of 2018 with current world land speed record holder Andy Green holding onto the steering wheel for dear life. Andy, better you than me. Okay, a bit more down to earth, literally. My favourite animal on the planet, the naked mole rat. They aren't moles, they aren't rats, but oh yeah, they make it. Naked mole rats have so many things about them that set them apart from other mammals. Their skin is almost impervious to pain. They are the only mammalian thermoconformer, that is, they're cold-blooded, and they're virtually immune to cancer, and incredibly, for a small rodent-like animal, they can live for over 30 years. There's more. The naked mole rat has a bizarre social infrastructure. Like bees and ants and termites, the queen is the only female who bears pups. She mates with 1, 2 or 3 favoured males, while the rest of the plebs stay on the coalface looking for root vegetables, a diet they supplement by eating their own feces. Okay, I'm evidently keeping this little fella awake, so let's move on. Now, I must admit I was very impressed with this particular artefact. This is a hat discovered during a recent archaeological dig. Now, some of you may recognise it. It did attract some controversy when it was worn by Prince Harry during a royal tour of Canada. Apparently, he told Prince Philip that he was going to Nanaimo, and Prince Philip responded by saying, "Nanaimo? Wear the fox hat." So he did.
Now, when I was a kid, lost in the mists of time, I got a cheap little train set where a tin Chuggy the Choo Choo would do a few circuits before his battery ran out. Now look what they get. Yes, the little train that could has joined the 21st century, and now they've got Eurostar, which here is doing a few laps of the prettier parts of Milton Keynes, and there aren't many of those. And of course they've got a wind farm, and I bet this one's just as effective as the real thing. Couldn't resist having a quick shufty at BAE Systems. BAE is British Aerospace. I have no idea what the E stands for. Now they're currently building what is going to be the largest ship in the Royal Navy, the Queen Elizabeth II, the aircraft carrier. I had a quick look at the model of the ship and the aeroplanes that are going to fly from her. Now the only problem here is that with the current level of cuts in defence spending, these are actual slides. Oi, get on your shot. Thanks. Now you can be thankful that this little bugger doesn't really come in this size. This is an Anopheles mosquito, or a scaled up version of one anyway, and it's the biggest killer of human beings in history. The Anopheles spreads the causative factor of malaria, the parasite Plasmodium falciparum, through its bite, and full marks to Melinda and Bill Gates for donating over 1 billion spons to fund research into the eradication of malaria. I still think Windows 10 sucks though, Bill. As well as a fairly in-your-face skull motif and what appears to be a micro-budget remake of The Godfather, there was a lot to see at the show.
finally we get to the uber geeks, the people who made us proud to be geeks, people who made geekery respectable, people who made geekery British. The British Interplanetary Society was founded by visionary Philip Cleator in 1933, and it bimbled along until a landmark meeting in 1945 brought home the fact that rocketry was in fact a going concern, and anyone who had got on the wrong side of V2 would attest to the fact. Sir Patrick Moore was an influential early member, the first editor of their magazine Spaceflight, and after the thick end of 90 years it's still a going concern. The Society continues to promote their vision of a future where what was once thought of as silly science fiction is now accepted as, just stuff we do, you know? And that's all summed up in their motto, from imagination to reality. The British Interplanetary Society isn't just a type specimen of eccentricity, it's essential. We cannot do without it, because whatever else it does, it keeps the dream alive. And nothing sums up the inspiration behind science, behind scientific research, behind scientific advancement better than that.